Alright guys, so it's time to do some Patreon requests. And the first one we're going to do is from Nolan Unejo, who asked me to do a Patreon request where, what if Thrawn from Star Wars was in the, and by proxy, his race, the Chiss, were in the Star Trek universe? What would it be like if they were in the same... What if Thrawn, the Chiss... But this is more about Thrawn than anything else. We're in the Star Trek universe. But before we, as always, before we go any further, as always, if you guys would like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below. Head on over to my Patreon, where you guys could start sending me requests for videos to do here on YouTube. But other than that, hope you all enjoyed this, and yeah, let's get started with the video. So, obviously, with this being a different take, there's no galactic empire in this universe. The Chiss just are another race in the Star Trek universe. Now, the Chiss are warriors. They're very strong. Now, what would it be like? It would depend. The big thing is that since there's no galactic empire, does that mean there's a Grand Admiral Thrawn? There's an Admiral Thrawn, but not the way you think. Now, with no major, galactic power in the universe, Thrawn would probably be, like, if obviously the Federation would probably discover the Chiss first and probably set up diplomatic relations. The big thing here is that Thrawn wouldn't have to be, like, forced to go through rigorous means to get to where he is. He also wouldn't experience xenophobia, because yes, for this continuity, I honestly believe Thrawn would be part of the Federation. I think he while there is no Grand Admiral, there is a Admiral Thrawn, and I think he would be on, I think Thrawn would excel even further than he did in the Empire. There was, of course, the xenophobia that left him, there was a level of xenophobia for a lot of his time, until he basically got everyone's respect, or everyone feared him. Now, the thing of it is that Thrawn, if, the Federation finding him, making him part of that group, he would rise through the ranks very fast. And not only that, Thrawn's keen level of just strategy, the word couldn't get out of my mouth, of strategy, just sheer brilliance in combat would make him a force to be feared among, like, the Klingon. I could see him being, like, someone seen as on the level of Captain Kirk, because I would put it in TNG, like someone like the level of Captain Kirk of legendary warrior, legendary opponents. I could see easily the Klingon Empire, like, seeing Admiral Thrawn, or Captain Thrawn as he would be known for a while, as a level of, a great warrior, a great opponent for hopefully one Klingon warrior will one day slay. I could see him being feared by the a admiral that they would see as, like, on Picard's level of someone like, yeah, we don't, entangling ourselves with Captain Thrawn, or as he would probably rise to the ranks so quickly, Admiral Thrawn, because we know he's probably studied us. And that's the thing, Thrawn studies all of his opponents, and since there's so many various races and empires, it's not just the rebellion that he would be studying. He would be studying the cultures of the Klingons, the Romulans, the Ferengi, the Cardassians, the Dominion, and those are just multiple races in themselves. He'd be constantly studying them and learning how to like, understand them and combat them should the moment arise. Not only that, Thrawn has the respect of his crew in the Empire. So imagine that if he was part of the Federation, they would look at him as almost like they would die. I think if he was part of the Federation and he had his own crew, that crew would die for him, for Captain Thrawn. But the thing of it is, Thrawn isn't going to be all squeaky clean. I think he's going to have a level of animosity among the rest of some members of the Federation. I don't even think Picard would like him. Why? Because Thrawn doesn't play fair. And what I mean is, this guy, has a rules of engagement, but then he's like, rules are meant to be broken. And I think, and also, when Thrawn goes to war, Thrawn goes into absolute war. So he would do things that that some members of the Federation would find, shall we say, distasteful. I don't even think Picard would like him. I think, like, they would have, like, a respect for one another, but when it comes to like ethics in war as well as, you know, fighting said war, they would be so far apart. I think like he like Picard Thrawn would have like a level of respect for Picard, but when it comes to war, he'd be like, you know, Picard, it's almost sad that you hold back the sword during war. I swing it where it's needed. And they would definitely, for Section 31, Thrawn would be deadass a member of Section 31, doing all, like, thinking of new weapons, new forms of combat. He would be doing, like, all the Black Ops stuff for the Federation. Like, he would be their brain trust for Section 31. I have no doubt in my mind about that. Not only that, I do think, however, he would be kind of seen, like, I think Sisko would be more aligned with working with Thrawn, because if you guys remember some of the episodes in DS9 where the Dominion War was raging and what he had to do to convince the Romulans to join the war, as well as what he did to stop a rogue Federation officer, yeah, I'm pretty sure like Sisko and Thrawn would probably get along better. They would understand that, yeah, war is shitty, but we do what we have to protect the sanctity of our, you know, if Thrawn's here in this universe, then we have to protect the order in the galaxy, because Thrawn believes in order. He would the order and the power of the Federation. Would Thrawn be okay with this? Probably, since we don't have the kind of military jargon that the Empire had. But Thrawn would be like, you know, Federation brings order. I don't really believe in like all the other stuff they have, but like they bring order and stability to the galaxy. More so than the Klingons or the Cardassians or the Dominion. These, since I'm here, I'm just going to help bring order to the galaxy and through the Federation. Picard can do the peace, love, and granola stuff, but when they need a weapon, I'm here. So that's, but like I said, I think like Thrawn would have a lot of respect, but when it comes to war, he'd be like, I can't depend on you, Picard. You're too honorable. Sisko, on the other hand, what's up, man? Yeah, I could totally see Thrawn and Sisko being buds. But what do you guys think? What do you think it would be like if Thrawn existed in the Star Trek universe? Do you think he would actually join the Federation? Do you think he would probably join, like, the Dominion? I just threw out the Federation because I'm like, there's no Empire, and Thrawn believes in order, so the Federation would bring that order. The Dominion's way too, you know, chaotic for him. So, yeah. And plus, I think the Federation would be like, better have him on our side than someone else's. So you guys tell me in the comments below what you guys think of this. And once again, I'd like to thank Nolan Unejo for this Patreon request and continued patronage. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.